What's going on, y'all? It's your man Lucky. I'm back with another one. In this video, I'm going to be kicking it with you guys about why a lot of you guys um, never reach the level of success that you're looking for. Okay. First of all, let me be clear when it comes to success, right? You determine what success is for you. Now, I know a lot of people kind of have the same general across the board kind of standard of what success is, right? It's usually based on money, maybe status, maybe the position or the role that you have at your job, your title. For some people who are, maybe very family oriented, success might look like a great marriage, raising kids who are educated, they go on to college and get degrees, and then they get successfully married and have kids. So success is different for everybody. So you determine what success is for you. However, the reason why a lot of us don't reach the levels of success that we want to reach is usually because of these. I'm gonna say three things, right? I'm gonna think of the three things that off of the top of my head that I can think of that prevents a lot of us from getting where we want to be, regardless of where that place is. Okay. First of all, number one, guys and ladies, if you're watching, we don't what's the word that I'm looking for? Narrow down what it is that we want to do. We have too many options. We 1 minute we want to do this, the next minute we want to do that, the next minute this, that, all over the place. Now I get it. When we're young, yeah, we all over the place. I remember when I was young and my parents used to ask me, my grandparents and neighbors or whatever, what do you want to be when you grow up? 1 minute I wanted to be a fireman, the next minute I wanted to be a lawyer, the next minute I wanted to be a now I ain't never want to be no doctor. But y'all get what I'm trying to say, right? You're just all over the place. At some point in time, guys, you gotta, really sit down and figure out, okay, what direction do I want to go? And you go that direction. Just like when you go to school, right? You go to college or any type of higher education, you have to break down what you want your degree to be in, right? Now, I get it. Some people have multiple degrees, but at the end of the day, when you're going to school and you choose a program, you choose what your major is going to be, and then I think you have like a minor to go alongside that major, but you have to choose a major, right? When it comes to life, you have to choose your major. You cannot be all over the place. A lot of people are like, I can multitask and I can do this and I'm telling you right now, you cannot put 100% into three or four different things. You're only 100%. If you focus on one thing, you can give that one thing, for the most part, 100%. If you focus on two different things, that 100% is going to be split 50% one way, 50% another way. Split it up three ways, you're going 33%, 33%, 33%. Okay, four ways, 20. Y'all get where I'm going with it. Okay, you have to choose one thing and you focus on that one thing. Now, that doesn't mean that at some point in time you might see something else that's interesting and you say, oh, okay, you know what? I didn't know about this over here. I didn't know about that over there. It may be related in the field that you're in or whatever it is that you were doing, whatever direction that you were trying to go. And so you said, okay, well, you know what? I like this over here a little bit better, or this over here is interesting. Let me kind of pivot and go that direction. That's fine, as long as you're still putting 100% into whichever way that you're pivoting. You get what I'm saying? Focus on one thing. Stop trying to be a jack of all trades, because you will be a master of none. Next, um, you give up too quick. Okay, that's the second thing. You give up too quick. A lot of people are not willing to put in the work. Oh, this sun is crazy right now. Now I'm looking crazy. A lot of people are not willing to put in the work. Delayed gratification is the one thing that, or is just one of the things that holds us back. I'll be honest, that has been a thing for me in the past. It's not now because I understand that nothing happens overnight. They say good things come to those who wait. Uh, I don't wait. I go after it, but I understand that, they say Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't really know. I'm sure not many places were built in a day, but I don't know where that comes from. But I understand what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Greatness takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. When I was younger, I had the opportunity to go to college. Actually, I went to community college. I went to the local, the community college. Um, but I just really didn't want to be there, to be honest with you. My mind and my goal, my focus was on just getting out there, getting a job, and going to work. I didn't even have a specific job that I wanted. I just knew that I was sick and tired of school and I wanted to make money. I believed that I graduated high school. It's time for me to get out here and get money. I'm grown. I'm an adult. I got to get out my parents' house. I just want money. Now, hindsight, they say, hindsight is 2020. Had I done it different, had I stayed in school, focused, did what I probably should have done, would the outcome be different? Absolutely. I'm not saying the outcome would be better. I'm not saying that because I can't go back in time. I can't look and see into the future. I don't know what would have happened. But just if we're going to go theoretically, right, the way that we think in our minds or the way that I think in my mind, my thought process and my belief system is had I focused in school, and this is even in high school, right, or all throughout school, had I just focused on school and did what I was supposed to do, went to college, did what I was supposed to do, in a perfect world, I would have graduated college, got the perfect job, worked for years, made a whole lot of money, had an easy job, you know what I'm saying? Had an easy life. Now, it doesn't necessarily work like that, right? But I didn't have the ability or the willpower or the mental toughness to delay gratification. I went to school for about a semester and a half. First semester, I passed everything. It really wasn't going anywhere for me. I didn't like it. Second semester, once I found out I could withdraw in a certain amount of time to where it wouldn't affect, I don't know, something it wouldn't do, right? The grades, it would just look on the transcript as I withdrew. It wouldn't come up as, I failed out or whatever the case may be, right? I withdrew from all those classes, but I made sure that I already had a job lined up, period. Was it a good job? For me, no. I mean, it was a fun job. It was a job. I was getting a paycheck. So it is what it is. It wasn't my first job, but it was a job. I considered me being grown out on my own. But again, because I wanted that money, I didn't have the ability to delay, or I just didn't have the willpower, whatever, the knowledge to just set back, the gratification of what it is that I wanted so that I could have better in the future. I wanted money now, even though the money I was getting now was more than likely a whole lot less than I would have been getting had I graduated college, had a degree, and got a job in the field, that I wanted to get a job in. Okay, so delaying gratification is very important. All right, um, and the next thing is this: seeking validation without realizing it. There's so many more. I'm gonna stick to three though. Delaying, not delaying gratification, seeking validation. Believe it or not, a lot of people subconsciously are seeking validation from other people. A lot of us want to get out and do certain things. You have all these great ideas. I want to do this. I want to do that. Right. But when other people hear what your idea is, or other people see that you're getting ready to jump out there and take a risk, and you're going to risk it all to be successful, you're going to risk it all and jump out there and try that thing. And a lot of times they will deter you. And what happens is that their misunderstanding of what it is that we want to do, or simply their um, apprehension to what it is that we want to do holds us back. It puts us in a position where, oh well, if such and such says I shouldn't do it, or this one says I'm crazy, or that one over there says, yeah, I don't know. I know somebody that tried that and it didn't work, right? We fall back from what it is that we want to do simply because they didn't validate what it is that we wanted to do. See, I know y'all have heard of peer pressure, right? Peer pressure is when your peers are pushing you to do something, they're validating what it is. And so now, right, because your peers, the group, or whoever is validating the thing, you go out there and do something stupid simply because the group validated what it was. You knew it was wrong, you knew it was dumb, you knew it was stupid, you knew it just made no sense or whatever. But because you would have looked a certain way in front of that group, oh, you the man now because you did this or you did that. And I've been that guy. I've done things, my friends tell me, oh man, you a sucker if you don't do, man, you can't do that, man. If I was you, this, that, and the third. You get into all of that, and again, I'm being validated, right? Or a lot of times we're being validated. And so we go ahead and we do the thing. So now when it comes to your goals, dreams, and aspirations, you're not getting a validation from the people that you talk to. And so you fall back, right? They easily, you thought up this idea for a long time, and this is the only thing that you've ever wanted to do for a long time. But simply because somebody said, man, I don't think you should do that, or if I was you, I wouldn't do that, or I know somebody that did that. Now you don't have the validation to support what it is that you want to do. Now I get it. Sometimes, yeah, you got to sit back and take a good look and say, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Is this doable? Is this crazy? Am I bugging or what? But you have to be able to separate that from the subconscious of you seeking validation from the person that you're speaking to in regards to what it is that you want to do. So you have to be able to separate constructive criticism that's real. You know what I'm saying? Versus and you just searching for their validation, and because they didn't validate what it is that you said you want to do, you're just not gonna do it. All right. So I think that's three things. If I did it the right order, I can't even remember the first thing I said because y'all know I just be kicking it. But oh, staying in your lane. Stop being uh um a jack of all trades and a master of none. Pick one thing and focus on that thing. Number two, delay gratification. You have to understand that it's going to take time for you to get where it is that you're trying to get. You're going to have a whole lot of little failures along the way. The little failures doesn't mean the whole thing is a failure. It just means that little thing right there was a failure. You just keep going, okay? It's a lesson. Every failure is a lesson, all right? And the last thing, what's the last thing I said? That's crazy because that's the most recent thing I said. Validation. Don't worry about what people think about what it is that you want to do. You do what it is that you want to do, regardless of who likes it. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to live with you. And if you're not, there's so many people out here that are living lives of pure unhappiness simply because they can't do what it is that they want to do. More than likely because they either didn't pick one thing and focus on it, right? As soon as something get hard, they go another direction. They couldn't delay their gratification because they're doing this so hard and they're not seeing any return on it, right? And they didn't get validation from other people, right? When you said, yo, I want to write a book, and then their homeboy said, or their homegirl said, you want to write a book? Who does that? And so now all of a sudden you don't want to write a book. Y'all get what I'm saying. Guys, you gotta whatever it is that you want to do, three things, uh, and it's more. I can go on and on and on. I can go on and on, but there are a lot of things that are keeping us from being successful. If you want to be successful, you put in the work, and I promise you, based on your definition of success, you can get there. Focus. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.